we're going to have probably my favorite Greek Cypriot on the show, Alexia. And I'll tell you, I couldn't be more pleased. She was at my house in 2016 when she was visiting Southern California, and we just had the best time. And can't wait for this COVID thing to be over again, so we can fill our house full of music and fun and food and all the things we typically do, especially the food. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Oh, there she is.
Did I come too early on?
It's okay. It's okay.
I can disappear. Okay. I can vanish.
No. Are you kidding? I was leading up to it. I was going to tell people, get your frappe, get your freddo, get ready. Look at who we have here. We have Alexia live from Cyprus.
From Nicosia, the capital. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's such a joy to be in your midst, in your in
our virtual midst, in this virtual world that we're in. And, we don't get to have the kind of festival we'd like to have, but I know you guys aren't getting to have your panegyria the way you guys want them to either. So this is the best we can do.
Yeah.
But our friendship crosses oceans, the internet, all of that stuff.
It even goes beyond time, I'd like to believe. Yeah. As you know Aurora. I know you understand me. For some reason, I feel that you understand everything.
Yes.
Sorry.
We were all in Greece the previous summer together, and Aurora got to see Thessaloniki and Athens and Crete and all of that. We all visited together, so it was a lot of fun. A lot of people, a lot of the young people from the Greek community of San Juan Capistrano came along too. So this is like some of the cool stuff we kind of get to do because our community kind of bonds around our Greek faith and our Greek Orthodox faith and our Greek culture. And you're such a big part of that culture part, especially. Which is a big love. And I know we're going to get a chance. I want to talk to you about your music, about everything. But can I just share a quick story that I love about you?
Of course.
Okay, let me just share the story. This is how amazing this woman is and why she's like, I want to say she's my hero. Okay, because, and I'll tell you what, because I was watching her. We were at my home, having dinner.
Yeah.
She's sitting at the piano. She's playing jazz at the piano. She walks out to the where we're sitting right now, to the deck, and there's a young man there from Crete playing the luto. And she's transitioning from jazz on the piano to the lauto in the other room seamlessly. I saw the talent. I'm not even sure how we qualify being the same species. It's like I don't even know how there's a world where I exist and you exist and we say we're the same. It just I don't know how it happened. But to me it was just so phenomenal. And it just warmed my heart and for you to be here and be able to share your voice and your abilities with us.
My dear Bob, it's an honor, it's a joy to be here with you, there with you. Meeting you through my one of my most trusting and amazing friends, who I call Family Costas, who's your cousin, has rendered me automatically your cousin. I don't know if you noticed that. Your family.
I'm trying to get him to come in the screen, but he's not.
And yes, my years in LA, which will continue, will resume after the post-COVID. Was the most, I think, significant time in my life that has led me to where I am today. And the embrace that I felt through the Greek community, I'm overwhelmed right now, but of joy. The embrace that I received from all of you is still with me.
Oh.
So I'm very grateful for that. I want you to know that I do recognize it, and I know it, and I will always be there for you guys. And hopefully I will be nearer than here to you. Very important, because I'm doing things for the community here, wherever I am, that began because of your embrace of yours and Costas's embrace of the Greek community. I have this educational program called REB. I will be very, very brief, and it's just there's a reason why I'm mentioning it, because one of the greatest, actually the only supporter of this from day one has been earth-friendly products. My dear sister Kelly Vlachakis hands, and it's an LA-based company founded by Cretan, the late Van Vlachakis. So LA is standing by me even if I'm far away. So I am grateful beyond words. So what this program does, with the support of ECOS and Earth Friendly Products and Kelly Vlachakis hands, is a vision of mine for the past 30 years. Basically, music of quality, which I consider quality, is transmitted to all the public schools of Cyprus. We wanted it to begin from here, and then I will bring it to Greece. And so music is transmitted through my online internet radio called REB Radio, to kindergartens, elementary schools, high schools, lyceums, technical schools. It's 717 schools, over 300,000 students, and it's during recess. For example, 7 in the morning, music greets everyone at the school, and then when the biggest lessons begin, music stops, and then during one of the recesses, one of the 3 recesses, music is played again, and then as they all leave the school premises. So, and the music that is heard, the classical and jazz and world music and Mikis Theodorakis music, the whole body of work, who I worked with for 20 years, this great, amazing Greek composer, and a lot more. We'll talk about it some other time. I just wanted to mention how important, how significant that community has been to my life and my existence. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is amazing what you do. Absolutely.
Thank you, Roramo.
And we're just
not money. I'm doing it. I've worked for 6-7 years. It's a voluntary work, but it's an official program of the Ministry of Education and Culture here. So it is an official and approved officially program. So thank you. Just wanted to say thank you, Aurora.
Now
That's
you're my
what
hero.
I know.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
You know, we're one of the things we talk about on the show when we talk about Greek people, when we talk with Greek people, is the hero's journey. And you know how, you know, it started. And you know, this is why you're one of my heroes, is because you kind of left the comforts of your home in Cyprus, and I mean, we can. It's a longer conversation.
I was in Greece actually for 20 years, but yes, thank you. Yeah, it's,
no, but I'm just saying, you know, when you had left, you pursued your vision. You went on to Eurovision. You went on to the Berklee School of Music. You went on to, you know, and this is like the hero's journey, because you come back, right? You come back, but you come back after all of these other experiences, and some of them may kind of try to keep you away from your journey, keep you away from what you ultimately want to achieve with your life. But ultimately, you take all of that kind of stuff and you come back and look at all the good you're doing with it. You know, and I'm going to talk to you about it, but not today. Because it's going to be, because I want to talk to you about it, but I want to talk to you about it in depth. Okay,
of course.
In depth. I want to take all of those little steps, but I think it's you know, one of the one of the things when I had first talked to you about this your journey, was one of the things that always fascinated me was Eurovision. And the reason Eurovision fascinates me, for one thing, is because there's a show on Netflix now called Eurovision, and it's a comedy and all that.
They're laughing at us. They're
Yeah, it's a parody. I think it's a parody, but it's called Eurovision, and I thought I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually happen like that, but it's really kind of funny. Any stories you want to tell us about that experience?
Of course. I had the honor and the joy of taking part in the Eurovision Song Contest when I was 16 years old. I was still in high school, and there were two women, me and another woman, and two young men singing it. In the same song. The song is called Monica. And it was Cyprus' first time ever participating, so it was a big honor. I mean, we would go to school and people would it was a beautiful experience. We had to rehearse a lot, and we went to Dublin, Ireland. And we didn't win the first prize, but it felt like winning 500 prizes because of the acceptance of people, the joy we brought to people. And so every year now, we are the first song that Cyprus is showing on TV. It's forgot the word. The first time, every year, whenever the Eurovision is about to happen, then they show the song Monica. And the second time was after my studies at Berkeley, when I went. I sang the song Aspro Magro, which you all know what it means, black and white. And it was by another fellow alumnus from Berkeley, Andros Papabablu, and his wife Maria Papabablu, wrote the lyrics, and he wrote the music. And we went to Brussels, Belgium. And the song became platinum in Scandinavia, Scandinavian. It was, and then in Greece, and then my career in Greece began. So this is, but a story. Yeah, I remember the Turkish invasion was even more recent. Where I lost my home, I became a refugee because Turkey invaded Cyprus in 1974. So when we went to the Eurovision, when I went in 1987, the second time, I wanted to just rise above the conflict we had between countries. So I approached the Turkish singer, there was a woman, to congratulate her. And she turned, and I was shaking because, the war but I said, I have to go and approach and say congratulations, because we're human beings after all. And she was very cold, and she turned away. But I did it. I tried. I'm trying to think of something funny. I'm sorry, Bob. I know it's a joy. It's a just joyous event. This joyous. Are you all still there? Because I see the image has frozen. They're still on because there's nothing is happening here. If you're hearing me, I think you're coming back. Here you are. You're back. So I'm sorry, I'm turning this into a tragic event because I'm not saying
I'm so
anything.
sorry. We lost you just for about 20 seconds, but I think we're back now. I hope everything's okay.
I hope so. I'm sorry, but I'm turning this into a tragic event. I'm not adding to the joy of this. Help. I'm trying to think of
No. I try to mute myself when you're talking so we can hear you more clearly. But that's the nice thing about things like Eurovision is it does bring all these cultures together, and we get to talk to each other on a human level rather than like on a political level. So no, it's wonderful. Would you like to? Alexia, I'm sorry. We're having some technical difficulties here. I don't know why we're losing the signal. Can you, let's see, I think, let me, I'm sorry, I want to remove something. Can you get that, the iPad, and let's turn it off because the iPad may be overloading the signal.
Ooh.
I just, it's my new instrument. It's called kalimba. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Ooh.
And it's, there's no, basically there's not a wrong note. So it's
Oh, maybe
easy.
I can even do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right?
Maybe I could even do that. I
I-
can't play any instruments, so maybe
I'm
that
sure you
one.
can play. I'm sure you can play, but I'm sure there's some. When I come over, we'll try different
Yeah,
instruments. There's a lot of
Yes, you'll teach me.
I I don't think I need to teach. I think you once you come in contact with this and with the other instrument I have, which is I almost destroyed. Oh my God, poor Valentina. I almost dropped her. I forgot that I was wired.
Oh no.
No.
She saved the computer, saved everything here. You want to say hello? No, you don't want to say. Valentina is the producer of all my projects, and she's amazing technically, so she prepared everything. But I almost destroyed everything. Of course, there's more destruction. So this is called tone drum or tongue drum. Again,
Oh.
Aurora, it's not a wrong note you can play. So I'll send it to you, Bob, later, and then you can check it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so Bob, you would like me to sing something you said earlier?
Yeah.
I would love that. Are you kidding? I'm almost embarrassed to ask.
We're family, are we not?
Oh yes, thank you.
Same here. So again, I try to avoid singing for some reason. I'm very self-conscious. But I mean, I love to sing, but I don't feel like the attention on me. So I have to think of the music being up. Sorry.
Oh no, nothing. Go on.
We're going to go on mute so we can listen to you.
Okay. So this would be an improvisation, one of my favorite genres, which means I don't know what's going to happen, basically. But I would like to tie it in with the song that we played at your home when we were there that day. It's called Ήτανε μια φορά. It's of Stavros Xarchakos and Kostas Feris. Music by Stavros Xarchakos, our great Greek composer. And it's from a TV series of the 70s called «Η Εμπόδη των Εθνών», an amazing quality. And of course, I was just going to mention Eve. Αγαπημένη μου, για σένα θα μιλούσα τώρα, from Crete. We also became family with Evie and Yannis, and through you, Bobby Mo. So I consider them family as well, and I miss them as well now. See, I miss all of you now. Even more people to miss. As if the ones that I miss already are not enough. But anyway, σ' αγαπώ πάρα πολύ κι εγώ. Την αγάπη μου στην Κρήτη. So yes, the song, of course, was sung by Cretan called Nikos Xylouris, one of the most beautiful voices. I'll send you later, Aurora, and Bob, the originals. Ήτανε μια φορά μάτια μου κι έναν καιρό μια όμορφη κυρά αρχόντισσα να σε χαρώ. Μια μικρό παντρεμένη κόρη ξανθή, τον Κύρι της προσμένει, βράδυ πρωί. Ένα Σάββατο βράδυ πάλι, μια Κυριακή, τον ήλιο το φεγγάρι καλέ παρακάλι. Ήλιε μου φώτισε τον φεγγάρι μου, πάνε και μίλησε του για χάρη μου. Ξύπνα, μικρό μου, κι άκουσε κάποιον μηνορέτης άδειες για σένα, είναι γραμμένο από το κλάμα κάποιας ψυχής για είναι γραμμένο από κλάμα. Κάποιας ψυχής. Thank you. Thank you, my lovely family there. Thank you. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was just absolutely beautiful. And you was it your time at the Berklee School of Music in Boston that kind of took you into, this is almost magical. I mean, I can only describe it as magical. This voice you have. I mean, is that where you kind of transition from, let's say, pop music to?
Actually, my dear, thanks for asking. Thank you, my dear Bob. Actually, I studied music at Berkeley. I did classical when I was in high school in Cyprus, and then I was taught jazz by a Hindu teacher who was a musician here. He taught all musicians about jazz who were interested. And then I went to study at Berkeley. When I graduated, I lived in New York for a couple of years. I auditioned, I played in jazz groups, fusion groups, whatever. But then I went to Eurovision, and then my career in Athens began. I said in Greece, in 1988. And the record companies disregarded all the studies and proposed a pop album, which I did because, my two friends, Makis and Alexia Vassiliou from Athens, also Berkeley graduates, my family there basically, proposed this album with the then record company called Polygram. So I did. And it became the best sold, I don't know, what is it? Sold, I mean, highest, I can't even say, highest grossing album in the Greek, debut album in the Greek history, whatever. It's still
Amazing.
so, but yes, and then I did a couple of more pop albums, but of course, something else really guides us when we want to serve a higher cause. And when we love something, we want to, there's something called evolution. So then I began proposing my own conceptual albums to record companies. So this is actually a genre, improvisation as a genre, which I've always loved. But I did, the first time I did in Athens, it was with Mikis Theodorakis album. It's a duet with Mikis actually. Because so it's an evolution. It's a path which has evolved. I don't want to take your time because we can do it.
No, it's like
some other time.
Well, I do want to have you on the Cooking with Greek People show so we can, because I want to spend, I'd like to spend a couple of hours, but I'd like to spend at least an hour with you because I want to really talk about this journey that you took and kind of go into like some detail of this kind of evolution that from you kind of growing up in Cyprus and Greece, going to the US and studying, coming back, becoming a pop star in Greece, and then kind of circling back to kind of it seems like your roots are really in jazz. You know, you were kind of coming back to that. And when I saw you last time you were here, I saw you at a jazz club in LA, and I just watched. I mean, I'm just kind of watching not only the audience but the musicians that you were with. That I think may have been the first time they really kind of played with you at length. Some of these guys, they walked up to me because I was applauding and everything, and I said, wow, God, how lucky are you guys? And they go, yeah, where'd she come from? It's like, where did this come from? They were just shocked. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, jazz is one of my great loves for sure, and improvisation. But of course, it depends on what I'm feeling. Because when I grew up in a place where jazz, I didn't grow up listening to jazz. I discovered jazz when I was, I think, 16 years old, and I fell in love with it. But because my influences have been other kinds of music, because of our region. I mean, I could hear through the little radio because we didn't have internet then, Aurora. Transistor. We had a transistor.
I still have an 8-track player. Do you remember
Yeah.
listening to 8-track music at my house?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I kind of know.
I'm sure you do. So yes, I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we discovered, the influences from this area are not jazz. They're Arabic music from Israel, Greek music, of course. So I always infuse all the conceptual albums that I do with the element of jazz. But there's other genres that I love very much. But jazz, you can say, is the love of my life.
Well, it shows.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, you playing the piano at my home and just sitting there and just kind of riffing, and it was beautiful. Well, you know, I don't want to take up your whole evening because I know it's late over there, but I do want to thank you for joining us today, and you know, this has just been such a delight for me, and I know for everybody that's watching.
Oh yeah.
And do you want to? Is there a? Well, I guess there really is no place for you to perform in Cyprus or in Greece right now, is there?
That's a good question. Okay, I've been working with the United Nations High Commission for the Refugee, the UN basic, for the past 4 years. I take my program REBE, which is the biggest. I mean, it's full of it's not lessons but creative exercises, to the shelters. I work with unaccompanied minor refugee children that come without their families here. They're alone in shelters. So I'm going to work with them with the UN. So now, and we did a big concert by the old part of town by the moat last year, live. But this year, on the 20th of June, I'll send you a link, which was a World Refugee Day. We did an online concert with people from the United States and people from Germany, a lot of amazing artists, and the asylum seekers, Aurora and Bob, which I've been seeing at the shelters and doing my workshops with. We gave them a voice. A lot of musicians and technicians who hadn't gotten paid due to COVID for many months received money for this. Everybody got paid. And we did it online. It still exists. So right now, yes, I'm not doing anything live here, but we try to find ways to offer to humanity and also serve music and yeah. So
well,
that is amazing.
Please let us know so we can let our community know. You know, share the links with us so we can kind of spread the word.
I will. Thank you.
But thank you so much for being on the show with us today. Thank you. And we'll be following you and looking for all the beautiful things you create, and we'll be talking to you. So I will be talking to you soon.
Absolutely, very soon. And hopefully, Aurora. Goodbye to the other ladies that are there behind Aurora. My greetings to you as well. Greetings and to Costas and to my whole Greek family there.
Okay. Costas is in hiding. So
California.
We love you and we appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Thank you. My love to your sons as well. Bye-bye, my loves. Bye-bye. Abroad in the United States, Southern California, San Juan Capistrano. Gεια σας.
Yes. We just got a shout out from Alexia.
I think we made it.
We made it. We're big time now.
Γεια σας, καληνύχτα.
Okay,
Την αγάπη μου, γεια.
bye.